Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it. Make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve Larson. We got a couple new patrons in over the last 24 hours, including, let's see here, Dwayne the Dakota Grappler and Eadvox.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It does go a long way towards helping Going In Raw. Without the Patreon, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, Larson.
Would not.
It's Friday. Woo! Yay! Woo! Friday. Such a tepid response for Friday. So yeah, do we have anything going on this week? We got a count out coming up tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Worst Mania matches.
Yeah, that's fun.
That'll be fun.
I'm gonna record that tomorrow morning, and I'm gonna take a look at it. Take a look at it. Some crappy matches tonight.
Yeah, do that. And then you're doing some Star Trek podcasting tomorrow.
Yeah, 4 Lights. I got a couple episodes of that coming up too.
I get the rest of the day off.
You just get to chill, and then Sunday I got a funeral to go to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all sorts of stuff going on.
It's a bummer.
Yeah. So yeah, I got a weekend. Ahead of me.
I don't think I got anything planned.
And then we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
So, obviously we're coming off as very chill right now for a very, very distinct reason, Larson. They're stealing our ideas. Roman Reigns is going to be chill Roman very, very soon.
Well, let's get some context here before we dive into what exactly chill Roman's going to be.
There we go.
So Roman Reigns recently appeared on the Sports Illustrated Media podcast.
Cool.
What's
that?
I don't know. Some sort of Sports Illustrated sports podcast, and spoke about wanting to make some changes to the Roman Reigns character.
Interesting. One
of the things you want to make him maybe more chill.
He literally says the word chill.
Yeah, I know. These transcripts are courtesy of Wrestling Inc. I want people to have fun. I want to create escapism. This is all Roman talking. It's like a mini vacation for the fans on their couch. Let's get into these storylines. Let's take all of this positive sensitivity being sent to me and shift it and send it to people in need. That's where I'm at now, shifting all this positive energy from me to people in need, but also with the stories, lines, and characters, because we have introduced Joe, especially last week. That's his name. That's a shoot name, Joe.
That's his name.
I felt like there was a lot of Joe within the promo segment 1, even with the interaction with Seth. I just feel like with me integrating the characters and who I am in real life and who I am on stage, for me to kind of mix them, allows me to laugh at Roman a little bit and have a little more fun and to be a little more loose as opposed to the stoic brawler. If you know me in real life, I'm kind of like my cousins, the Usos. I'm a bit of a clown. I act up. We goof off a lot. We're silly. We're big kids. We're always goofing around, trying to laugh. If I could add that in the next couple of years, those layers of being chilled out, a little more comedy, a few different emotions, I think that would be pretty neat. What is arguably Roman's crowning achievement in his career thus far in WWE?
Put that beef away.
That was 100% just him.
It was just him, and we've been saying this since that moment. And in fact, we've said it so much that when we did our stupid We Book Raw thing,
we made Chill Roman.
On 2K19. His name literally is Chill Roman. We have a T-shirt that says Chill Roman on it.
Just be cool, man.
Just be cool, man. And that's literally what he wants to do at this point. I'm not saying for a moment, for a split second, that it's inspired by us.
No.
But we saw this a long time ago. Roman, and to be honest, I'm probably sure a lot of superstars in the WWE are best when they're just extensions of of themselves, and they get to show us who they really are.
That's how you really forge connections.
Yeah.
You take your natural personality, turn it up to 11, you put that out there, and all your complexities, show off your sense of humor, not some sense of humor shoved on you by Vince McMahon writing terrible promos for you. Show off your personality. Apparently, he's not a stoic badass.
Right.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, I know, exactly. He's never seemed comfortable doing that.
No, he likes to have fun. He likes to joke. He likes to chill.
And here's the thing. The funny thing is the juxtaposition between chill Roman and then when he does have to destroy things and be a badass, it'll make it all the more effective if we get to see the side of him that isn't stoic badass. So that when somebody pisses him off, it means more than him just standing there looking like he lost his car in the parking lot.
He's normally an affable, really relatable, down-to-earth guy, which, based on every indication, that is exactly what he is backstage. And that's why people consider him such a leader, because he considers himself part of the team, not above it.
Yeah.
Like, he considers himself, even the top guy in the company, he's no more important than the PA who's sending scripts from the writer's room to producers.
Yeah.
It's all part of the team. That's why people admire him, look up to him, consider him a locker room leader, because that's his attitude about things. And then, as you mentioned, if that's his natural disposition, the character Roman Reigns, that's his natural disposition, it's going to be all the more jarring when he's pushed over the edge and has to be violent to do anything in the ring. It's going to be far more impactful.
Yeah. And it'll get more heat on the guy, trying to...
Yeah, imagine the guy that pushes Roman over the edge to not be a cool dude, to not be chill.
Exactly.
Man, that's heat. Ton of heat.
Hot heat.
Heat.
Yeah. So that's refreshing. And I hope, here's the thing, I hope that he's got the kind of leverage it takes to affect that kind of change.
And I think we've seen that change. He's mentioned this here already, where he came out on his return saying he's back, seemed way more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Seemed like his verbiage far more genuine. He was being himself, and you could see he was making connections.
Yeah. You noted this during our SmackDown recap, how the promos there seemed far less scripted.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's going to be a thing. I mean, even I'm thinking of like Alexa Bliss during her. I mean, this is off the top of my head because I was just thinking of her. I was thinking of her in the context. I was just thinking of Alexa Bliss. I was thinking of her in the context of what it looks like when she's genuine, which is basically up, up, down, down. Like she's on there doing those silly tabletop games with like Ember Moon and all the other nerds there.
Yeah.
And it is a very genuine. It's hot in here.
It is warm.
It comes off as very genuine, and I think that like her little moment of bliss where she was announced as WrestleMania host, she was totally in character. She was in Alexa Bliss, sort of jerk character, but it also came off as far less scripted. And I'm trying to think in my head, like that Shield bit at the beginning didn't seem very scripted, and so I really, really hope that is something. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if this is yet one of those another reaction to All Elite Wrestling.
And let me ask you this. Sorry.
Cody saying, we're not going to use writers. We're going to and I'm not saying that I don't think for a second they're sitting there analyzing everything All Elite says, and that's what we're going to do. But it's not outside the realm of possibility that these are concerns that some wrestlers who haven't been used well creatively have brought to creative and said, or to Vince and said, hey, listen, can we just loosen it up? Things just seem so overdone.
And who have they been hiring the latest as creatives?
Impact people?
Old wrestlers. Former wrestlers.
Yeah, that's true too.
Who all probably came up in the days when there weren't scripted promos. Yeah. You get bullet points.
Yeah. And I mean, when I say Impact play, that's another batch of people though, like Abyss, Helms, Jarrett, people who, they don't use scripted promos in Impact. It's like bullet points.
Yeah.
And like you said, also, older wrestler guys, I doubt Bruce Pritchard is a big proponent of,
scripted promos,
all that scripted stuff.
No.
So hopefully that's going to continue because the proof is literally in the pudding. You can see it.
Yep.
It works better when you
let these characters go out there and be the characters.
And
you don't force the characters on them.
Let the wrestlers know if there's. I'm not telling anybody how to do their job. It seems like it'd be obvious that if somebody wants a scripted promo, if somebody feels they'd be helped by knowing what to say exactly, let them do that.
Yes, until they're comfortable, or if they ever get comfortable,
be available
to do it on their own. Yeah,
you don't want like a John Morrison situation where he just rambles about his dad.
Yeah,
and it's like, wait, what was your point? Sorry.
Yeah.
So, because that's not easy. That stuff going out there just talking.
No.
Have you ever tried to cut a promo in private? just to see if you could do
I remember we did back when we were in college. We tried to cut promos on each other, and to come up with some good, juicy material right there on the spot.
Did I ever participate in that? Do you remember me being
Yeah.
Really?
I think it was you and I and Jeff. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't remember that at all. That's cool. I just remember him
It's largely
sitting
forgettable
at me.
because none of us were successful in it whatsoever.
Well, I remember one time, it was ages ago, I think I had just seen, maybe we had just watched some of the stuff from like Miz and Daniel Puder when they were doing the Tough Enough stuff, right? So I was at home by myself. I was vacuuming, right? And I was like, nobody's here. I'm not going to look like too much of an asshole. And I turned off the vacuum and I tried to cut a project. Just like, hey, it was horrible.
You want to try to do it now? Do you want a promo off now?
No, I don't want to do a promo off. No, I don't at all.
You don't want to do an AJ Styles or Randy Orton thing?
No.
You don't think we could do that?
No.
You don't think we can come up with a premise, improv a scene?
A, this is not improv class. B, it would be totally cringe. So now we just have to move on. But I tried doing it before, and it's terrifying, even when you're by yourself.
Steve, I got something I want to say to you, brother.
That's just, I got something I want to say to you, brother. Oh, man. That's funny.
All right. Let's talk about Evolution 2.
Oh, cool. Is that happening?
I don't know. Stephanie did an interview with The National, not the band, and was asked about...
Oh, man.
And was asked
Stephanie, please tell me what is on your mind. Is there going to be another pay-per-view?
You need deeper, more baritone-y.
Is there going to be...
Stephanie,
tell me.
Not Ian
Is
Curtis.
there another pay-per-view?
That's Ian Curtis. Gonna be another. See? Telling you, I got it.
That's good.
Interview with National, not the band, and was asked about the possibility of another Evolution pay-per-view happening this year. Her answer was, quote, "We haven't announced any plans yet for Evolution, but we have a lot of things in the works right now."
In other words, Evolution is a mystery.
It is, yes. And then she goes on to say how popular the first one was. One thing that is important to note with Evolution, that was our first ever all-women streaming special pay-per-view, is that it trended #1 worldwide for 2.5 hours during the last game of the World Series and during NFL Sunday Night Football. Both huge audiences in the United States, but it was WWE Evolution that's trending #1. You think right there would be evidence to like just kind of making an annual thing.
Yeah, true.
It was incredibly popular, and it was the best main roster pay-per-view of 2018.
It was really, really well produced.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons, potentially, we touched on this a bit on the Monday show. Actually, it was the lead story on our Monday show. Well, actually, Harlem Heat going to the Hall of Fame was the lead story in the Monday show because it was the most recent news story. One reason why there might not be an Evolution this year is because there still seems to be a chance there might be a women's match at one of the upcoming Saudi Arabia shows in 2019. Fightful had some more details on this after our show on Monday, saying, quote, "There's a major pitch by several names of influence within the company to get an all-women's match on an upcoming Saudi Arabia show. We've not been able to gain any confirmation that it's actually going to happen, but it's something that many within WWE are angling for, with some suggesting they could spin the public relations aspect of it into a positive."
The wording here kind of makes me laugh, though. An all-women's match as opposed to like a mixed tag match, which they don't even have that.
What, WWE? They got a whole show called Mixed Match Challenge.
Not in Saudi Arabia. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The wording just made me laugh.
Yeah.
Trying to get an all-women's match as opposed to, couldn't they just say a women's match?
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to derail it then.
Did.
Doesn't have to be mutually exclusive.
Yeah, and that's why I said Monday.
It really
why
shouldn't be.
does that have to be an either-or proposition?
Here's the thing. You put an all-women's match on in Saudi Arabia, and you're just at even. You just have what we have anyways here in the United States or in Europe or any other civilized part of the country or part of the world. You just have a normal pay-per-view as opposed to just a sausage party, right? So like, who gives a fuck? Like that's what you should be doing in the first place. But you like money, and I get that. Whatever. But on top of that, you should still be doing the Evolution thing. You should be getting one, and you should be doing the other too.
It should not be an either or proposition.
It shouldn't be. We're doing this solely because we sold out over here. That's why they did it. But it should be, this thing worked really well last year. Let's do another one because it worked really well.
It worked really well. It highlights the incredible, talented women we have in the women's division.
And I'm pretty sure it's good for business. I don't remember. I don't recall seeing what the I'll look it up really quick while you talk some. But I wanted to see what the network ratings were for Evolution. I'm assuming it was number one.
Maybe it's a mystery too.
Evolution's still a mystery.
Still a mystery.
Well, I feel less bad about the all women comment because that was just you just stole my joke, so that's good.
Well, I mean, it's a softball. It really is a softball. So yeah, I mean, I guess I think Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful said has yet to be a confirmed pay-per-view for June. Like they haven't. I think they switched Money in the Bank and Backlash.
So the last one was October.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess the possibility exists that it could be in June.
And there's still a lot of time between now and October if they want to make it an annual.
I mean, when they announced Evolution last year, it was just kind of in the middle of their already established pay-per-view schedule. Now it's kind of late in the game. But I hope it still happens. Making an annual event. What?
Nothing. I'm about to look up the ratings on it in the newsletter. In Dave Meltzer's newsletter.
You didn't say how many days after the fact.
My little hamster wheel.
Yeah, spinning around.
Trying to exercise my brain, man. Got to do that.
All right.
Donde está los archives?
Up top, where it says newsletter archive.
Awesome.
All right. While you look into that, I'm gonna get into this next story because I think it's time for some pure baseless speculation because that's what we do best here, isn't it, Steve?
Oh yeah, it's the best.
I think we touched on this earlier in the week. So Russell Votes tweeted again earlier in the week, quote, chatting with the source this morning, one notable quote, I'm figuring they took the IC off of Finn for a reason. I think they have something for him at Mania. And of course, we just thought what they had for Mania was Bob Lashley regaining the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
That seemed pretty obvious to me. But Russell Votes also noted, well, other three sources, that Demon Bálor prominently featured on the latest, most recent WrestleMania 35 ad on the network. Now, no slight to Bob Lashley, hell of a talent, hell of a competitor. It doesn't really feel like a situation where the Demon would be necessary.
True.
I mean, he didn't pull out the Demon for Brock Lesnar.
True. Yeah, exactly.
In a Universal title match.
Yeah.
So but then again, he brought out the Demon against Baron Corbin at SummerSlam this past year in a squash match. So I guess it's entirely possible. Anyways.
Okay, but that does make sense. Because it was a squash match because Demon is like more powerful.
Yeah.
And what is everybody's number one goal, seemingly, if you're facing WWE? Humiliate Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
So it was one of those things where he didn't have to, but he did.
He just did.
Because number one goal.
He won a light night for himself.
Number one goal, humiliate Baron Corbin.
Yeah, pure humiliation. That's what it was. So not to say that he couldn't.
I mean, if nothing else, it got number one on the network the week that it aired.
Yeah.
So, and number two was House Hardy Halloween. I never did see that.
Yeah, I never did either. I guess if Finn wants to guarantee himself a win against Bob Lashley, then Demon Balor is the way to go. However, when you see Demon Balor, you think large-scale event.
Yeah.
Something massive.
Oh, yeah, that's totally.
What's a massive match that could involve Demon Balor? Who's someone, a WWE legend, say, that has not been announced for anything at WrestleMania?
Undertaker.
Dead man talking. You got that right.
Wow. The following week, Evolution was number two.
Wow, only bested by Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel.
Wow.
So that's kind of cool.
It had legs. That's good.
If it continues its trend in the November 19th newsletter, let's find out here. That'd be interesting. Yeah, so, okay. I hate to be poo-poo guy, but I'm going to poo-poo on this.
Yeah, poo-poo all over it because it's not going to happen.
We totally would have heard of this by now.
Yeah, probably.
We totally would have heard of this by now.
Here's the thing, though. It seems like up even, 3 weeks out from Mania, they still don't know what the full card is, like, internally. Like, they're still working on all this. We see some of the groundwork laid, but, there's a chance that it might be, multi-team tag matches for at least one brand's tag titles, if not both.
Yeah.
So
it didn't make it 3 weeks.
I hesitate to believe that they have the WrestleMania card set in stone at this date, which they should have had it set in stone 3 months ago. Nonetheless, I've read stuff that they're still working on finding a match for Undertaker, especially after he was announced for StarCast. They want him involved.
Yeah.
If I'm a betting man, which I'm generally not, I'm still betting on Finn Lashley. use of the Demon in advertising material is because people like the Demon. He's cool, and it looks great on an ad.
Yeah.
I don't think the inclusion of Demon Bálor on an ad is any indication that he will, in fact, be on the show as Demon Bálor.
So here's the thing. We've said this a million times. The WWE, it is fairly obvious that the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. And that basically means the right hand is Vince McMahon, and whatever he says goes, and sometimes that can happen at the very last minute. Well, certain things can't be held off to the last minute. For example, advertising.
Promotional material.
Like you said, Demon Bálor looks really, really cool. He looks way cooler than just normal dude.
I don't know about that. Normal dude Bálor looks really cool.
Granted, he's got a more unique look.
Collar popped. Hands out.
But at the end of the day, he's just a dude as opposed to like a
the
demon.
Coolest dude, though.
Okay, well, anyways, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess
he
so.
does look cool. People like Demon Bálor.
They do.
And there is, I will guarantee you, even here's the thing. Even if they are going with Demon Bálor versus Undertaker, the people who are whipping this poster up do not know that. They don't know that.
Nope.
So, I mean, that's just how it is. Like
Yeah.
certain things have to go into, like they have to get things done.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't expect this to happen, but I think it would be really cool if it did. I mean, I know you've said that you have no desire to see Taker
Wrestle ever again.
but it's a big moment for
Oh, it
Demon,
is.
for Bálor.
But they get yourself in a bit of a pickle there because you got Demon Bálor, who has yet to lose on main roster. He lost in NXT. Main roster undefeated, though.
Yeah, he'd beat the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He'd
have to beat the
he'd have
Undertaker.
to win
Yeah.
against the Undertaker.
And I guess there was apparently some internal discussions. I think I read somewhere that about doing Undertaker Kurt Angle. But I don't know if that's true, if that had any legs.
I wouldn't want to see that. That's a match I would not want to
No.
see. I mean, here's the thing. At least Finn can like run around. At least
Exactly.
he can do cool stuff.
Yeah, if you're going to pit anybody against the Undertaker, it's got to be someone youthful,
Yeah.
vibrant, mobile.
Yeah.
So that way Undertaker can just kind of stand in place. And
Somebody with his own natural hip. Mm-hmm. Somebody with his own hip.
we never got confirmation that his hip surgery was a hip replacement, did we? We just heard hip surgery.
Oh, who's that?
Undertaker.
Oh, that has to be a fake hip.
One would think,
I would think it is.
unless there's some sort of cleanup they could do to kind of help for the time being until he decides he's done. They get the full hip replacement.
I
don't
only know. I know personally one person that had hip replacement at the age of like 45 or something like
Oh,
that.
all right.
And it was like a sea change for him. He could totally move around. So I would be kind of surprised if at that age and that wear and tear.
Oh
wasn't-
yeah, I mean,
But you're right. I don't think we knew like specifically.
yeah.
But
that was my
but it
point.
seems to be. God, who was just saying? Was Hogan talking about that? How he said when his quote about not getting the memo about wrestling being fake, and he was saying something like after two fake, replacement knees, replacement hip, replacement this, replacement that.
He's had a bunch of back surgeries. Yeah.
I think a lot of people, and I don't know if that was Hogan, but it feels
yeah, he
like,
said something about that. Yeah.
It feels like replacement's the way to go.
Oh yeah, long term, absolutely.
Can you still wrestle with a replacement hip?
That's what I don't know.
Oh, that's the thing.
I don't know.
Well, if it's a replacement, I'm sure that human-made hips are probably superior.
Well, the actual metallic fake hip, yes, but I don't know if there's any sort of weakness associated depending on how they get the, there's the ball.
man, I
the
told
socket.
you about that time.
Yeah,
Oh, that guy fell in front of us.
Yeah.
At the Kings or after the Kings game.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh God, I can feel it moving around in there." Oh, I was like, "Oh, don't say that."
Yeah.
I'll help you, man. But God, that was horrible. That poor guy. And we're on that road, man.
Yeah.
We're headed there. I got to
that's
start
why
doing some yoga.
That's why I go to the gym, keep myself strong.
I got to start doing some yoga.
That helps too. I got to do that too.
Yeah, man. Oof, boy, oh boy.
You got to start doing your squats and deadlifts. Keep your lower body strong, man.
I need to get a stronger core.
Yeah, and core.
That's what I got to do.
Yeah.
Stronger core.
Do some crunches.
But then by the time I'm that age, like 20 years from now, oh man, they'll just be able to 3D print me a brand new body. I'll rule the world.
Don't get your hopes up.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of ruling the world, let's talk about NXT. They're ruling the wrestling world right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome. And there's some call-ups probably going to happen after Mania. Near certainty, Ricochet and Aleister Black, they might be Raw Tag Team Champions at Mania. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Wouldn't
a
that
chance,
be something if
there's a chance, outside chance, they could be NXT Tag Champs and Raw Tag Champs
they have an opportunity to get into the match
for
at
TakeOver New York.
at TakeOver.
And they're in the midst of a feud with Raw Tag Champs Revival.
It is possible. There is the possibility they could be 2 times. I don't think that's going to happen
Yeah,
with the NXT ones.
I don't think it's going to probably happen with either of them. But anyways, Wrestling Observer newsletter has some details saying, quote, Ricochet and Aleister Black are coming to the main roster. Basically already there. Gargano's situation is uncertain, of course. It seemed like he and Ciampa were main roster bound before Ciampa had to get neck surgery. And I guess the outcome of whatever happens at TakeOver New York for the NXT title match will probably inform us greatly about what Johnny Gargano's future is going to be.
So I won't talk about spoilers.
Same here.
But you can go by what we just saw on the last episode of NXT. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Gargano is supposed to fight at TakeOver for the title.
Yes.
That makes total and complete sense.
Yes.
Assuming that still happens, regardless of who his opponent is or who his opponents may be, assuming it's a multi-man match, do you think, is there any way they're not going to put that title on him? They have called him up. Was that going to be a thing where they weren't going to put the title on him?
Well, I mean,
or is it right hand, left hand?
When there was the news of Ciampa getting surgery, someone said, maybe it was Meltzer, that the initial plan was for Ciampa to work through the injury till TakeOver and then take time off afterwards. And if that's the case, that means he would have to drop the belt to Gargano at TakeOver.
Yeah.
If that was the original plan.
But then what the hell was Gargano and Ciampa doing on main roster?
I have no idea. That's still beguiling. I don't know.
That's still confusing as hell.
They knew, they know that NXT, of course, they knew what creative had in store. And was that going to play out in main 2 or not? Because they're, again, I read that they were supposed to be involved in this feud with Revival initially, not Aleister Black and Ricochet.
Yeah.
So it's confusing how all the pieces would have fell in place.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, because you would think that him winning the title at TakeOver would preclude him from being called up.
Yeah.
Maybe that was when you go back to, maybe that was that thing that we read that said that they would be working main roster until Mania.
Yeah.
And in this case, maybe half of Aleister Black and Ricochet would
stay
on.
And then Gargano and Ciampa, Ciampa would take some time off and Gargano would be NXT champion.
Stay as NXT champion.
But I don't know how, if they want to kind of reshuffle the deck creatively, since Gargano can't win the belt off Ciampa, and so we don't really get closure on that storyline.
Yeah, well, given how long Ciampa could be out, I think that door is closed. You think he can stick around for another 18 months until Ciampa gets back?
He was out for 8 months the first time before the story really got going.
Yeah, but that story has been playing out for over a year now.
Yeah, I don't know.
And, I mean,
I don't know.
I guess it's possible that Gargano can be the guy who takes on all comers and the consummate underdog, and he just keeps on holding on to that title for... I mean, I'm assuming it's going to take... If we assume Ciampa's a year out, then, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah.
Meltzer continues, quote, Dunne and Bálor both should be brought up just because it's time. Insane was on the list. Of course, Pete Dunne has held the NXT United Kingdom title for over 600 days.
Yeah, well over 600 days.
Yeah, like 630-something days.
Yeah.
Baszler is set to defend her NXT Women's title against Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, and Bianca Belair. TakeOver New York, that was just announced. So if we're assuming Sane is on the short list for call-ups, you would think that would preclude her from winning said match.
I think it would be a bad idea to have anybody but Shayna walk out with that title at TakeOver, because she's had an incredible 2 runs. Whoever takes that title off her needs to do a one-on-one.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like they almost need to choke her out and make her tap.
Yeah.
Before she goes up to Mania.
Same time though,
how killer would it be if Ronda dropped the title at Mania, and then the Raw after Mania, Shayna basically replaces her and starts chasing Becky for it?
What I was going to say is they can still do that even if she drops the belt, because in a multi-woman match, she doesn't have to take the pin.
Yeah, but that doesn't I'm not a fan of that, because you need whoever to take that title to really get the.
I understand that,
right
but
there.
Also at the same time, how many times it's so often in NXT is a formality. You lose the belt, you have your rematch, you lose that, and then you teleport out. Why not just have her lose the belt by not being pinned or submitted and instantly teleport out?
Yeah.
That way she leaves NXT not really looking weak at all.
Whatever they do, whenever she gets called up, it cannot be one of these silly, oh, look at our screen, look at who's going to be called up
I know, and it has to
today.
be impactful.
It's got to be impactful. I can't think of a better initial foe for Becky Lynch if she wins that Raw Women's title.
Yeah, it'd be something
than
else.
Shayna Baszler.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be something else. That really would be.
Yeah. Meltzer also mentioned in the newsletter that he's got some concerns about Peter Dunne, namely because of his stature.
Yeah.
You know, he's not beefy like Vince likes his wrestlers.
Beef.
And then he's got Meltzer has concern about Pete Dunne's promo abilities.
Hey, man.
But he's got Pete Dunne's got an excess amount of charisma to overcome. Like, I don't think he's a bad promo. If you played it with strengths, he's not a bad promo.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And that's the thing, is that WWE doesn't consider, what are the talent, strengths, and weaknesses when running promos. We have to proceed on the story with these beats. Here, writer, write the script for a wrestler, and who is writing these promos might not have any idea, like just the natural cadence of these wrestlers he's writing promos for.
Yeah.
And therefore, we get these ill-fitting promos for certain wrestlers. It just doesn't work.
Well, if
Pete Dunne, I keep on calling him Peter Dunne. Pete Dunne should not be involved in all sorts of goofy backstage segments.
No.
He should be about intensity, speaking when only he needs to, and shrugging as necessary.
Yeah. I like
Otherwise, dominating in the ring.
Walter hasn't said one word in the UK yet, and I'm glad about that. He shouldn't. Probably ruin his mystique. I've never seen a Walter promo before.
Nor have I.
Yeah, well, Vince is going to... Look, man, the stature thing, he's going to have to get over that because, I mean, look at who's in NXT right now.
Yeah, no.
Unless they're thinking Dijakovic is going to be...
Yeah, Dijakovic and Keith Lee and...
Right.
I guess Matt Riddle's relative. I mean, he's not tall, but he's larger than...
He's taller than Adam Cole.
Yeah, Adam Cole, Gargano, Ciampa.
Matt Riddle's probably 6'2".
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
he's probably 6'2", 225, something like that.
Yeah. But... Yeah, it's not like there's a lot of the talent out there, they're just shorter, you know, and that's what happens when you open up variety. When you open up, you know, the best wrestlers are going to be a variety of sizes.
Yep.
You know, not that I'm not huge on Dijakovic being Universal Champion. I think that'd be amazing.
He's got a little ways to go.
He does. Oh, man. That Keith Lee match should be something else, though.
Keith Lee is head of Dijakovic in line.
Apparently that should be happening in a TakeOver, too.
I hope so.
Yeah, because I don't think they filmed one of those. That's what that's what I saw.
They were advertising it for next week, right?
They were advertising it, but then the guy who's doing spoilers said they didn't do it.
Interesting.
So that's awesome.
Interesting.
Hopefully they'll do like a performance center thing again.
That'd be cool.
And they'll say, no, we're not going to do it next week. We're going to do it.
Or they'll have some sort of attack or something.
TakeOver.
Like that. Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we got one more story about your favorite wrestler in all of WWE, Dolph Ziggler.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to command the world.
As always, Dolph was on 98.5, the radio station in Boston.
Oh, that's the rock station out here.
It is, but
they play a lot of Stained,
new metal,
Lit.
Oh gosh,
Godsmack.
Ooh,
Corn.
Not my thing.
Limp Biscuit.
No, thank you. Anyways,
it's my way.
This was not the local here in Sacramento. This is the Boston area.
Boston.
Apparently, they have a show called Wrestling Inside the Ropes. He was asked about contract situation. This was a response, quote, "It's weird because for the last 2 years, I've had somewhat of a handshake agreement, kind of behind closed doors deal with WWE. I've been able to do a lot of things on my own, not at WWE, just because of the relationship we've had for the last 14 years. I have a bit of a handshake agreement right now, but we'll know some more details in the coming months." So it's just kind of like a per appearance deal.
Apparently.
That would
if we're in town, you want to show up? Sure.
I got no stand-up show tonight. Sure.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I guess it would explain why seemingly every couple months Dolph's contract is set to expire.
Yeah.
He's had his contract set to expire more than just about anybody.
Yeah, but just as many times as Rusev has been unhappy and is asking for his release.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I wish him best. I don't care. I really don't want to see him or hear his music. I would be fascinated to some degree to see him literally anywhere else, because I'm fascinated to see if that dude has more gears. We've talked about this before.
Oh yeah, totally.
See what else he could do. Okay.
If there's untapped potential.
Not taking nothing against nothing away from Mikey Nichols, formerly known as Nick Miller.
Nick Miller from TM61.
Yeah. He's in New Japan. If that spot went to Nemeth. What's his first name?
Nick Nemeth.
Nick Nemeth, a.k.a. I might stay up to watch
Apparently,
that. I'd love to see Dolph Ziggler
Mikey
versus
Nichols
Okada.
put on a quality match against
I'm sure he
Okada.
did. I would love to see Dolph Ziggler versus Okada. I would actually totally check that out because I want to see what that dude's going to do in the ring. It'll probably surprise me. I just think that they've exhausted everything he could possibly do in WWE, and I have no desire to see that anymore.
Yeah, he totally has.
There's too many fresh faces.
But the allure, he makes a handsome payday.
Well, yeah.
He's been there for 14 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess without another game in town to woo him away from WWE with...
To what?
Woo. And offer him even vaster riches.
Yeah. More doubloons.
Why would he leave?
Why are you the one bringing up this argument? As you say, money isn't everything.
Well, I just said prior to All Elite, there was no other real game in town here in the States that could offer him probably the paycheck he wants. So, I mean, his options was going to go to Impact.
Now, see, I wouldn't want to see him there.
Yeah, I don't think Dolph would be willing to go to Impact.
New Japan Pro Wrestling. It seems like there's nothing in New Japan that he would care about, though.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's not like he can further his stand-up career there.
No, exactly.
Unless he's very fluent Japanese.
Yeah, no. He seemed like he'd want to stay here in the States.
You would think.
But now with All Elite being a thing, that might change the matters a bit.
Yeah.
Because, money isn't everything. Want to do some questions?
Yeah, I'll do some questions.
Mikey Omega, what's the best fast food breakfast item? What is it, Steve?
Oh, fuck yeah,
It's the McGriddle, man. It's the damn McGriddle.
I think I can only literally eat one of those once a year.
Because it's overflowing with deliciousness.
I'm going to let myself, dude, listen. One of those nights at StarCast, you and I need to go out on the strip and have some beers and then find an all-night McDonald's and just load up on some McGriddles.
All right.
That'll be the one time during the year, but it is the best.
I wake up at 4 a.m. and about on the verge of pooping myself.
It is the best.
It is the best. You can't top a McGriddle.
There's the Bada asks, why hasn't Mercedes Martinez been signed to NXT?
Maybe she doesn't want to.
Maybe they don't want her. She's cool, though. I really like her.
Yeah, she's great. Dalton, can you do GIR math on Great Khali?
Oh, my God. Yeah, we can do that.
In ring.
I'll do that.
1 or 0?
Well, I mean, I think 1, you actually know how to pro wrestle.
All right.
So he get at least a 1.
1. He actually had a decent chop.
What does it look? Promo?
Yeah.
And then Legacy Kayfabe.
So ring 1. Put a 1 by ring.
1. Well, a decent chop doesn't get him a 2.
All right, 2. We'll put a 2. Look. He's tall.
You got to give him at least a 6.
It looks like it hurts when he walks, though.
Yeah.
So 4.
No, he's still at a 6.
5.
Well, no, his bottom is his floor is 6. Because look at him, he looks like a fucking monster.
5.
All right, 5. 5 is his floor, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
looks like it hurts when
is
you
there
walk.
a counter to that though that adds to it? I mean, he looks like a monster guy.
If he didn't look like
he also wears pajamas.
Yeah, that's part of it. But like, if he looks like he could comfortably like move around, it would go up.
Nobody at like 9 feet tall is gonna look comfortable. He looks extra uncomfortable.
Yeah,
though.
he does. Yeah, it looks like he's just in pain the entire time. Promo.
Can you even give him a 2?
No, 1.
I don't think I've heard a promo of his.
I think I have.
Does it sound like somebody with a bunch of stuff in their mouth? Does it sound like that? Yowza.
8 divided by 3 is 2 plus.
Okay, so 2 plus for being good. Legacy. In India, isn't it pretty high?
Yeah, it's pretty high. He wrestled in Japan for a bit, too, before he came to WWE when he actually moved around a little bit.
You're going to give him a 4?
Yeah, that seems fine.
Here, it's trash.
Kayfabe. He was booked pretty... I mean, he was a champion here.
Yeah, he was a champion.
He had his own gimmick match that he wasn't even in the first one of.
You got to give him at least a 6.
Let's do 5 for Kayfabe.
No, that's average. You cannot give him a
6.
500 record.
6. 6 is the max then.
Did he lose that much? I don't think he lost it. Dude, I think Kayfabe's pretty high.
Wait, lost what?
Matches.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, he only won the title once. He must have lost it.
Well,
I'll tell you this. They invented the Punjabi prison match for him. In the debut one, he got hurt. Wasn't in it. 6 is the max.
Well, I'm going to give him 6 then. 6 and 4 is 10 plus 2.
It's a 4. It's a 4 wrestler.
He's a 4 wrestler. That sounds exactly right.
It might be a little high.
That's exactly right because he was a world champion. You cannot have been a world champion unless your name is Arquette or Russo. You cannot have the big gold belt and be less than a 4. True or false?
Ooh, I'm going to test that
True
theory.
or false?
Keep going with the questions. I'm going to test that theory.
Questions. Let's see here. Tim Spulak, the road to WrestleMania almost done. Does this Mania seem a little lackluster? On paper, it looks great.
Yeah, on paper, it's fantastic.
And the build, I think, has been good. We've had the Kofi. There's been really no Seth build, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Now, he's a 4+.
Yeah.
He's at least a 4.
Who do you think I was going to say?
Him. Because you saw Swagger, you saw his name and you sort of made a weird face.
Yeah, but he's actually a fairly accomplished wrestler.
Yeah, and he was book strong for a period.
Yeah, he was.
Promo won, though, right?
Yeah, he was not a good promo.
Richard Nason. I don't know what this means, but I'm going to read it because I like Richard Nason.
All right.
How much gas is too much? What is gas?
Talking about steroids?
Farts, steroids, or gasoline?
I don't know. That's confusing.
Explain yourself.
So Great Khali won the World Heavyweight title once, had it for 61 days.
So he only had it for 2 months?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's in WCW in 2000? 2001, I mean.
Really?
I don't remember that.
We weren't really watching in 2001, though. But yeah, I feel like I would have remembered that. Did they tell him to do a move off the second rope also?
I hope not.
Obey MF Prez. How can the main roster make mid-card valuable? Recently, I've seen short title reigns passed around too much. How would you make the mid-card titles more valuable with all that talent? Well, look at SmackDown. Samoa Joe has it. You want anything more valuable?
Yeah.
Put it in the hands of Samoa Joe. I should say, Samoa Joe, I have invested in 2 tech stocks.
Well, hold on.
I need them
Here
to
you go.
increase in value.
Hold on
I
a
give
second.
them to you. They're increasing in
We
value.
need to knock this kayfabe down a bit because he won the World Heavyweight title by winning a battle royal. He didn't actually beat anybody for it. Edge vacated the title because he was hurt.
All right. Well, even if you knock kayfabe down to 3, you're still looking. I mean, if you want to say solid 4 as opposed to 4+,
Yeah.
that's fine. You cannot have held the big gold belt without being a 4 or less.
4 or above, you mean?
4 or above, yeah.
Because he
Impossible.
seems to be
Pushing it.
Yeah.
You can even go back into NWA days.
I don't know enough about some of those guys, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, man. They're all 4 up.
Oh, yeah, probably. Anyways, continue, please.
Luthez, 4+.
Probably higher than that.
I think we've had this question before, but I'll answer it. The Thing from Under the Ring. Who has the higher main roster ceiling? Ricochet, Aleister Black, or John Gargano? It's Aleister Black, man.
It's Ricochet. You've done math on Sid. What was Sid's math?
4, probably.
Yeah, probably 4+.
Probably 4+.
He is a former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He's of the lineage of that belt.
Look, in kayfabe alone gets it for Sid. And you give him a high promo.
Yeah, I give him a decent promo.
Promo's huge. Look is huge.
Mm-hmm.
That'll negate the crap low freaking in-ring ability.
And his crap legacy.
His softball legacy.
We're not talking softball, though.
Yeah. What did legacy be in softball?
Oh, 10.
That
Off the
dude
charts,
put it
man.
on the map.
Yeah. At least 9. Braun Strowman's dad's 10. He's like the all-time leader in home runs and like professional softball.
Who?
Braun Strowman's dad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a good question here. This is for you, man. David Porter, who's got a picture of him and, Rhino. That's nice.
Oh, cool.
And, Rikishi and Brian Christopher, looks like. Says, can you cast the Sid movie? So Hemsworth is Hulk.
Yeah, he would be a good Sid.
And let's do this in the shared.
What about his brother? His brothers.
Yes.
Liam.
No, the other guy. There's a third guy who
There's
played
a third Hemsworth?
the third Hemsworth. Did you? Yeah, you need to watch Ragnarok, man. It's so fucking good.
All right, I'll try to watch it this weekend.
So when Thor shows up,
When I search Hemsworth brothers, only Liam and Chris show up.
look at
Luke.
the third one.
Oh, Luke right here.
He's right there. So Hemsworth shows up.
He's only 5'11", though.
Yeah. So CG, dude. Come on.
How tall is
You think Mark Ruffalo is actually 7 feet and green?
No.
No.
Liam's 6'3". How tall is Chris? He's 6'3", too.
Okay, so it could be Liam, I guess.
Yeah, Liam.
He's good looking, though.
Well, so is Chris.
No, I'm saying Sid isn't.
No, I know. Yeah, I can see Luke.
So Thor shows up on his homeworld, and spoiler alert, and it's done for comedic value, but Loki has disguised himself as Anthony Hopkins, as Dad Odin, right? And he's just chilling, eating grapes. The whole crowd is out there, and he's watching a play, a production of a play that he's invented called Loki, right? And Matt Damon is playing Loki. It's a cameo for Matt Damon.
That's pretty funny.
And then the shitty Hemsworth, Luke, he's playing fake Thor.
That's pretty funny.
And it's hilarious because like the makeup's bad and everything. God, he is short.
He's 5'11". They're 6'3", man.
Oh my God, how did he end up on that? That sucks. Yeah, Liam isn't even that good looking though compared to Chris.
Oh, Chris is
immaculate.
Yeah, man.
But look at that. Yeah, they look kind of like trash compared to Thor. They're the garbage Hemsworth brothers.
Wow.
Isn't Liam with Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, I think they're married or getting married.
Good for him. Way to smash. So, cast the Sid movie.
Liam Hemsworth.
Liam Hemsworth, the Sid.
Yeah.
It's in a shared universe. So Bradley Cooper's Vince, right?
Yeah. And Chris is Hogan. So, of course, it all culminates WrestleMania 8. Who plays Papa Shango?
Papa Shango. It's got to be Terrence Howard. Right? That'd be killer. Or if you want to play it for laughs, Don Cheadle.
Or Don Cheadle would be pretty funny.
Yeah. Cheadle. I always say Cheadle. Don Cheadle would be good.
That'd be pretty funny.
Oh, man. I love that movie already. That's great.
Who would be Arn Anderson in this film?
Oh, man. Who would be Arn? Who today could play Arn Anderson?
Oh, Jason Alexander.
He's a bit old, isn't he? Or a bit
Arn
young.
Anderson, like he was 50 his entire career.
Yeah, he did. Whoa. Oh, Wookiee Steak. What would be the worst end to Mania? I'm assuming he means if this is literally like the last thing we see. Becky being made to tap out by Ronda.
Yeah, it'd be the worst thing.
Or Seth losing.
Becky tapping out would be the worst.
Becky tapping.
That would be the worst.
It'd be like the WWE Universe tapping.
It'd be like, yeah, it'd be like Vince just pooping on everybody.
Hello there. In kayfabe, what happened to Dixie Carter? I think in kayfabe, same thing that happened in real life. She just sort of faded away. I mean, she got put through a table by the Dudleys. Didn't Pacitti get put through a table by the Dudleys?
I think so.
Or by one of them, anyways. See, I'd never do that. Those guys,
Hell no.
Those dudes have balls, man. I'd never do that.
Too old to do that.
Let's see here.
Oh, I guess I can ask questions too, can't I?
Good question here. Tim Owens. I like this one. NXT has produced some great things, but what are some of the worst things they've done?
NXT?
Yeah. They invented the Fallout episode.
Yeah.
They invented the long recap exclusive
Kona
episode.
Reeves, the finest.
Yeah.
Pushing, like making a huge deal about that character when the character is so ill-defined.
Yeah. That was really bad. They spent time on that. That's weird. Worst things they've done.
Forgotten Sons.
Well, the jury's still out on that, but
A
it's
lot
not
of their
great.
mistakes is putting characters out who are well designed.
Changing names.
Yeah.
Dijakovic?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Oh.
Donovan Dijak's a great name.
Yeah.
But Sandy was able to overcome it. I talk about this all the time. Like, we get a sense of what Forgotten Sons is supposed to be, but it's not clear. Mm-hmm. And again, Sandy was able to overcome it because commentary filled in some gaps, and their look helped a lot.
Not letting Velveteen Dream be his original gimmick of MAGA guy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. I knew he was going to be something special when that dude showed up on the house show circuit in a MAGA hat.
Ryan Kellman, why is Larson Hunter a better heel than Steve Hunter? because he's around.
Yeah, because he actually shows up on TV.
And his body count is higher.
That's true as well. Let's see here. No, don't want that. John Ortolaza. Did you know that while playing the tag team matches in WWE 2K19, if you press the touchpad on the PS4 controller, you can become the partners / illegal men?
Oh yeah, I thought that was the case.
I think I remember hearing that. I should utilize that more often.
Mr. Triple Mania, Juan Guerrero Jr., you guys going to try to do Triple Mania this year. What do you think of the hair versus mask main event? I would love to.
Definitely going to do a live stream.
Oh, hell yes.
That's what we're going to do.
Yes. And it's Dr. Wagner versus L.A. Park, I believe, the main event, right? Hair versus mask. Is that what it's supposed to be?
At Triple Mania?
Yeah.
We're 4 months out. No.
Yeah, that's long-term booking, man.
We're 5 months out.
Yeah, I know.
That is a long way off.
Long-term booking. Oh, Blue Demon. Sorry, Blue Demon Jr. versus Dr. Wagner Jr.
That is a long way out.
Hair versus mask match. I know it's supposed to be initially be L.A. Park.
Justin Wern, if Going In Raw was in a match against any other wrestling podcast team, who would you face and what would be the match stipulation? Who would be an easy W for us, dude? Any other wrestling podcast team. Does Zane ever do like a solo podcast? I guess he doesn't have a solo podcast. I wonder if we could take any combination of the Cultaholic podcast. Like they usually have 4 on theirs. Matthew, Pacitti, Jack the Jobber, and Ross. We'd probably stand a chance against them.
Yeah.
I think.
Although Jack the Jobber is a former champion. Remember he won the DDT Pro heavy metalweight title?
Yeah. We'd have to worry about him.
Yeah.
Ross is a big dude. He might be able to deal out a couple haymakers. But Pacitti,
he's tall though.
Yeah, he's tall, but the harder he'll fall.
Maybe.
Matthew's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. Oscar Silva going in raw math on Rey Mysterio. I don't know if you've ever done that before.
Oh, wow. It's going to be big.
Yeah.
It's going to be at least 7+, dude.
Oh, easily.
In ring, look, promo, legacy, kayfabe. Being good. All right.
Ring, at least a 9.
9?
Look, 9. Looks
9.
Amazing.
Hold on a second.
10, sorry.
We're heading towards Cena territory.
10.
I don't want to do that.
No, you got to be impartial.
He just wore nude-colored outfit,
Yeah,
bro.
that's an outlier, man.
Get out of
Usually
here
looks
with
great,
that.
9.
Half the time he steals other costumes from like pop culture stuff. He's not a 9. He's
But
a
it's all impeccably
8,
designed.
look.
No, he references Virgil Abloh in his gear. The
Yeah, that's
off-white
good.
reference
8.
stuff. 9.
That's good. 8.
See, you're doing this because you're biased.
No, I'm not.
You are. You want no one to touch John Cena in the department. 9.
Fine, he won't touch John Cena.
Promo. It's 5 or 6.
Okay, Brett. No, he's not even close to that. Promo, he's like a 3 at best. Get out of here. In ring, he's probably an 8. Anyways,
No, he's
18
not.
plus 3 is
21 to 7.
7. Oof, dangerous. High legacy.
It's got to be at least a 9.
Oh my God, his legacy.
It might be a 10 because this is like the most influential.
He's not freaking.
All right, 9. He's incredibly influential though.
Kayfabe.
He's booked pretty strong.
6.
Oh, higher than that.
7. You can't go 8. Can't go 8.
Then 7.
7.
I swear you're just trying to torpedo.
I'm not trying to do anything. 16 plus 7, smart guy. What is it?
16 plus 7 is 23. That's 7 plus. That's just a hair under 8.
Whew, boy. Thought he was going to be better than Cena. Oh, man. Luckily, his promo skill is trash.
He's better now.
He is better now
He's way
because he
better
doesn't.
now.
Because he doesn't really care anymore.
Yeah, he's way better now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Early on, it was not good, but he's way better now.
Yeah, he's probably an 8 wrestler. To be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to torpedo his score because Cena's got to be the best ever.
No, he doesn't have to. He is the best ever.
You overrate his look incredibly.
He's a 5-star wrestler. His look is unique and definitive and iconic, and promos unmatched. Probably
good.
the best promo in history.
I think you overrate his wrestling ability slightly too.
Anytime, if I know for that dude has put on 5-star matches,
1.
2 of them.
No, 1. As graded by Wrestling Observer himself, Dave Meltzer. 1.
If his AJ match at the SummerSlam was at Tokyo Dome, would have been 5.
Probably
would have been 5.5. Mm-hmm. See if there's any other good questions.
Oh, sorry. I'll do something real fast. Look for another question.
I have not read Dave Meltzer's Observer Awards of the Year.
I kind of scanned through them.
We did our Friendo Awards. That's
all that really matters
that's
for
the
me.
definitive awards. Anyways. Oh, wow. Ooh, good question. Reckless Raven. Will we see an RKO counter to the phenomenal forearm? I hope it's for the 450. Because that'd be tough.
Is there
Phenomenal forearm, that's easy to counter.
Is there any way that he can counter a Styles Clash into an RKO?
Oh, my God.
That's what I want to see.
You go down? No.
He'd have to do like a sit-up.
Oh, my God. He'd sit up out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do. He goes like this. Orton sits up and then drops it.
Maybe.
Oh, you're right. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
You're trying to get better than Cena. You're not.
No, this is what I actually think for Cena. It's A+.
But is it mathematically better than Macho Man?
I don't know. We have to revisit Macho Man.
See, Macho Man wouldn't get nearly the kayfabe that Cena would.
No, kayfabe's 10 for Cena.
Yeah.
Kayfabe's 10. I think Legacy's 9.
Yeah.
Promo's 10. But then in ring,
even if you tank look
I have look at 6.
Look at 6, and
in ring I have 7.
He's really good.
He can be really good. He's put on some duds too.
Oh no, I'm not talking about. Even if you average, what happens if you give him a 5 for in ring?
It's probably like a squarely an 8.
Mathematically, we need to match it up against Macho Man because he came closest.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, wow, what a great episode.
And you docked Flair a ton for kayfabe because he was a heel, and that was BS.
Yeah, but his look is crap.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's pretty average. So is Cena's.
Yeah, but here's the thing. No, with Flair, yeah, dude, you got to go by kayfabe. Flair's kayfabe is not better than average.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. One of the metrics for kayfabe is how
He
many
lost
titles.
a lot.
But he's also won it a bunch.
Yeah, and like shit that don't matter.
Oh my God.
He lost a lot, dude.
Yeah, so is Cena.
No, what? Cena? He has not lost a lot. You're insane.
He's lost.
While Cena wins, you gave him 10 for kayfabe.
Hold on, he's lost 16 title matches.
Flair even made a joke about how often he lost.
Yes, I know.
You could never joke about that with Cena because it's not true. Did you give Flair an 8 for kayfabe?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
No,
There's
I'm
no way
not.
he's better than a 7.
No, I'm not.
When you joke about you losing, that means your kayfabe is not great.
But that's countered by the fact that he won the title so much. Kayfabe is how strongly you are booked as a character.
Yes.
And he was booked amazing. Like the strength of his character work was incredible.
Oh, man. When he won, he cheated to win. That knocks you down in kayfabe.
See, I have Flair as an 8+ too.
Nah, man.
I think it's the exact same.
Flair's a 7+.
Oh, get out of here.
Anyway, exact same as what?
I think he's the exact same score as Cena.
Get out of here. No way.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
You're crazy. And I'm
No,
a Flair
you're crazy.
fan too.
You're crazy.
You're crazier. Anyways, I'm going to put that in the community tab. Who's crazier, Larson or Steve? Yeah, maybe.
Perfectly
Anyways,
sane. I'm perfectly sane.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Till next time. We'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.